Have you ever done a core values exercise? It's a very simple exercise that helps you define your core values. Here is an example. These are my 5 core values. The first is integrity. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. The second is respect. Respect for myself governs my morals. Respect for others governs my manners. The third is passion. Love what you do and do only what you love. The fourth is forward thinking. Try to create something that helps someone else, just one other person. And the fifth is teamwork. I work to collaborate with others. You see, when you define your core values, it makes decision making so much easier. In the notes below, I've put a list of core values. Try to find your core values. This could be the best gift you give yourself. From the world of sport, there's a very important lesson: recovery. Without recovery, the body and mind can just not push its limits. Did you know that the best athletes in the world spend 50% of their time just recovering, so that when they're ready, they can go out there and push their physical limits? I have a question for you. When are you taking out time to rest and recover? If you cannot take out time to rest and recover, the scary thing is you are performing suboptimally. And this is where it gets worse. Most of that bent up frustration and fatigue that you're getting, that all is going to manifest in your relationships. So if you want to heal your relationship, any relationship, you have to take time to rest, recover, and rejuvenate, both mentally and physically. I want you to try this exercise. Take a piece of paper and write down the names of the 10 people closest to you, friends and family. Then take a pen and strike out the names of your family members. The reason I'm asking you to do this is because it's quite natural to want to give more energy and love to a relationship with a family member. Then look at that list. How many names on that list are your source of nourishment and rejuvenation? You see, the world is filled with givers and takers. And if you are someone who's constantly giving to a relationship, you're going to feel completely depleted and drained very soon. It's not even sustainable. If you are someone who's constantly giving to a relationship, it's good time that you think about that relationship and try to remove these energy vampires from your inner circle. You have to find people who nourish and rejuvenate you. One of the most important skills we all need to cultivate is the art of saying no with love, compassion, and sincerity. It's impossible to be there for everyone, and it's impossible to keep giving without rejuvenating yourself. It was Robin Sharma who said that every time you say yes to something that's unimportant, you say no to something that's important. People who say yes to everything never create anything great. When you say no, you buy yourself space and time. And it's that mental space and time that you will use to innovate, create, and heal. But remember, learning to say no with sincerity, compassion, and love is a skill we all need to learn, and it takes time. I want you to think of a problem you have. Now write it down on a piece of paper. And when you analyze it, have you put yourself at the center of that problem? Have you stated that this problem exists because of something I did or did not do? Or did you make yourself a victim of circumstance? You see, we love being the victim because when you become a victim, it means you're innocent. But victim mentality is the worst thing you could do to yourself, because when you're a victim, you make yourself powerless to change the situation. When you realize that you're in charge, you give yourself the power to change a situation. You give yourself the power to change your life. You give yourself the power to make every single dream of yours come true. This is my favorite hack to instill a new habit in my lifestyle. This is what you need to do. Decide on the habit you want to instill in your life. It could be waking up at 6 a.m., it could be meditating for 30 minutes a day. Whatever you feel will bring about the biggest change in your life. Then find someone you deeply admire and respect. Ask that person if you can report to them every single day for 30 days. Psychology tells us that when you need to report to someone you truly love, admire, and respect, you are highly unlikely to miss a habit for 2 consecutive days in a row. Why? Because the validation of that person just means so much to you. Thus, the process of reporting to someone you truly admire and respect will actually bring out the best in you. Why don't you try this and let me know if it works for you as well.